What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here, sitting in the chair next to
Gershwin.
and that generally means that we are ready to do our For the Greater.
It was a quick shot. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewers. If you guys have a question for us, please comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what J.S. Couture did. He asks, what happens between the war in heaven and the Great Crusade? Eldar chilling for millions of years? Question mark. No.
Yeah, you're basically saying what happens slightly after the Big Bang to where we are, like millions of years from now.
Exactly.
Because you're skipping a huge chunk of time.
So let's start off with like the thing that happened kind of during
The war in heaven.
Yeah, the enslaver plague.
Mm-hmm.
So the Immaterium was not as like crazy and chaotic as it is right now in the 42nd millennium. Back then, it was pretty calm, chill, and the entities that coalesced were tamer than normal. However, they still were trying to consume the souls of everything that was alive. So because there were so many like Eldar, Orcs, and all these psychic warrior races, they just started popping out of these psychers' minds and they started consuming. And that was the enslaver plague. So after that, obviously you had the Quarks who disintegrated. They went from being blood axes to just all the clans that you see.
Mm-hmm.
You have the old ones leaving. You have the Great Sleep. You have, what else? The birth of humanity.
Yeah.
The rise. Well, before we get to that. And then you also have the battling that is happening between Eldar and all the other warrior races, because now they've realized, like, oh, the old ones are gone. And as through, while the generations keep going in the Eldar race, you start seeing that like these Eldar are worshiping the old ones that are now coalescing in the warp, and through those psychic powers, you create the Eldar pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. Isha,
Cain,
yeah,
Segura.
all those guys are formed. What else? You have the big party, which is an orc thing. Check out our 40 facts on the Krork or 40 facts on the Brain Boys. I don't remember what it's called, but we go more in depth onto that. And that's when the schism between the orcs happens. What else? The birth of Slaanesh.
Yeah, that was at the height of the Eldar. After this whole partying, you could say, for basically millions of years, the Eldar finally are at the top of the line. Slim waist, cute face, big behind, you could say.
Yeah.
And that's when, out of that big behind, boom, the Immaterium and the Materium blow up in a huge way, and you create a god.
Yeah.
This god devoured a huge chunk of Eldari souls, well, Eldars they were called back then. And you have Exodites, craft worlds, Dark Eldar becoming more split from who they originally were, because they were all one people, I guess. And then that's kind of when they start to differentiate more so than before. And with Slaanesh being birthed, you now have a new dynamic in the warp. You've got the
4 chaos gods now.
right, 4 chaos gods, but the warp is weird because there was always, and there never was, and time doesn't work that way.
Yeah, so for like real space, between the war in heaven and the birth of Slaanesh, the other gods were also born. But not really, because they were always there.
Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't make sense. But anyway, from that point on, you have the humans.
Yeah, so the Age of Strife.
Yeah.
So like even if we back up a little bit, the webway was being created or being expanded on by the Eldar. The old ones taught the Eldar how to use their psychic powers, and it's described in the book kind of like the same as the Lord of the Rings with the elves, where like they sing things into existence, which is why like the Wraithbone is like, you have Wraith Singers, right? I think that's what they're called.
Wraith Singers.
Yeah, they
Bone Slingers.
Yeah, and then they create like the ribs, basically creating the webway. So you have that, and then you have humanity going from a primitive. Well, it doesn't really say whether we evolved naturally or whether the old ones just came up and were like, boom, we're creating you guys.
That's a spicy meatball.
And then obviously you have the birth of the one man, I think it's his
I
name.
believe that's what it was, yeah.
That's the Emperor's true name.
Mhm.
The true man, or the one man, something like that. Not the band, just yeah.
But he wasn't as, like, directly influencing humanity. He was there behind the scenes, but for the most part, he was like, all right, humanity, let's see what you got.
Yeah, a lot of people say that he was Alexander the Great, and he was like a lot of like
Big names.
I don't think so.
No, because these people, they did a lot to shape culture and overall just humanity. And I think the Emperor was, again, more in
Hands
the
off.
shadows. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so then humanity finally jumps off and leaves the Sol system and starts colonizing different planets. Check out our 40X on the Dark Age of technology. And then that's when the Big Bang happens, and it was a combination of the Big Bang creating warp storm, navigators and psychers being born, and Slanesh fucking them up too.
Yeah.
And then the Men of Iron, so the cybernetic revolt.
From there, I guess you could say it's, what is it, the 1,000 years?
So the Age of Strife.
Yeah.
And then it's the Unification War.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the Unification War, that's when we get to the Great Crusade.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot that we didn't cover. There's a lot that just goes into, like, because, I mean, the Age of Strife, we barely even, like, said it, but, like, there's a lot to do with that.
And that gets a lot of attention because it is humanity.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you jump to other factions, even factions that didn't exist. So, like, if you look at the Tyranids, the Loch Ness Monster, the
Bigfoot,
yeah,
Sasquatch,
and then the Kraken on Fenris, those are all rumored to be Tyranid bioforms. So does that mean that between the War in Heaven and the Great Crusade, some Tyranid splinter fleet arrived in the galaxy and maybe sent off like the whole kind of like Gene Stealers do their thing? Maybe that sent or brought in the high fleets? Probably. But it's just not spoken about in the lore. A lot of stuff happened.
The Tau were born.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big of a thing, but I mean...
They crawled out of their ponds. But yeah. I feel like we're missing something, but...
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot.
Yeah. Next question.
This one is by Drew Cipher. I was about to say Decipher, but it's Drew Cipher. Did you know that the Dark Imperium is not available anymore, and the new Indomitus box set, aka the Necron vs. Ultramarine box, isn't being classed by GW as a starter set? Huh.
It's not?
I would assume it'd be because it's got like the rules and stuff for 9th edition, so it should be a starter. Because it's not like, what is it, like Betrayal at Calth or Forgebane, where it's just like two armies fighting and you have like specific models that you can't get anywhere else. No, like this has like core rules and stuff like that, so it should be a starter.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, either way, I don't really think people purchase that old set anymore. New people who know what's going on would not purchase that set because it comes with all that extra stuff you're not going to use. You're just going to throw away. Whereas you might as well just wait for the Indomitus box.
Right.
As long as somebody in the GW store is nice enough to be like, yo, hold off.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're about to spend this much money to buy the 8th edition box set. Half the stuff in there isn't applicable anymore.
Yeah. There's another thing that I was going to say.
Supposedly this box set is for limited release, so don't expect it to be like the 8th edition box set where you could just walk in and say, oh, that's a good deal, I'm getting that.
Well, and that's another thing that kind of makes me question this whole thing of like, is it going to be a limited release? Because if that's true, then we're not going to get a starter. Like 9th edition just doesn't have a starter. So there has to be something wrong there.
And not just that, but every model in this kit is new.
Yeah.
And that'd be, well, as of right now, that's the only way to get these models. So if they discontinue this thing, or if it's like you're saying, a limited release, like, does that mean, like, if you don't have the funds now and you're waiting to buy it later, like, you're just out of luck? you're gonna have to wait months and months before they start releasing these kits as like a standalone box, or eBay, I guess.
Yeah, and all that stuff is out of whack right now because I even tried to buy a No Fear box set, and it said it was in stock, but like I got refunded right away. So it's just one of those weird situations where I think because of Corona, because of everything that's going on in the world, like the hobby just kind of stopped too.
Yeah.
So I think we're just kind of waiting to see what the next step. So if it's gonna be a big surprise if they really do just say like, no, this is not a starter.
Right.
So
I don't know. Because they're the thing with the whole like Psychic Awakening, like these last 3 books, I was just like, whatever. Like, I didn't care for them because it's like we know 9th edition is right around the corner. Why even spend the money or even the time to look at these rules when that's not going to be applicable with the new rule changes into 9th?
Yeah, the cool thing about 9th is that the rules are online.
Yeah, and they're free.
Like AOS.
Age of Sigmar, yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure once they release their app, you're going to have the rules there. Maybe certain I don't think they call them battle tomes. What are they called? Data sheets.
Codex. Yeah.
Data sheets are going to be on there for free.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. We'll probably play 9th edition then, right?
Yeah.
When is it downloadable?
No. I mean, you could get the rules as of a week ago.
Oh, it's been a week? Wow. Okay, cool. So, I get you.
Yeah, so if you go to like the Warhammer community page, you could find the download link.
Yeah. So we might have our first 9th edition game this Sunday, which would be 2 days ago for you, 3 days ago
3
for
days
you
ago,
guys?
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, by the time you guys are seeing this, and there's probably a bunch of battle reports, but as of the July 2nd, I think like Mini Wargaming and like Tabletop Tactics said that they've already recorded games and are just waiting to put them out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow. I wonder how different it is.
Next question comes from Ali Parada. Have y'all actually tried to reach out to Bridget B on Twitter? No, that's not for us to do. That's for the community to do. We are just conduits of the good word that is Bridget B.
This one is by Zadrigo. Did you guys ever watch an indie movie project called Blood Machines? I've never seen something with such a 40K vibe, even though it's not technically a 40K movie. You guys were recommending Event Horizon some time ago, and this is similar to that, but only 10 times more 40K-ish. I cannot recommend it enough. Just look for it. Blood Machines.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Even though Event Horizon is very specific, like 40K gory chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It is not 40K like Heroic Imperial Guard, Orc Cool Xenos, Necron Ancient Technology.
Orc Cool Xenos.
It's a Cool Xenos. Orcs are Cool Xenos. Because like Event Horizon, that's borderline scary movie. I don't want to watch no scary movie.
Is Blood Machines a scary movie?
Because if it is, I don't want to watch it. I'm a McChicken when it comes to scary movies.
McChicken?
Yeah, I love McChickens. I take a McChicken, I grab a McDouble, and I get another McChicken. No, that's my bad. That's the opposite. 1 McChicken, 2 McDoubles, put them together. What does that make? Yeah. Next question.
The Kangaroo Boxer. What happens if you toss pepper flakes into a towel's face slit?
They sneeze.
And like slime comes out of it.
That's how Corona started.
You know, I actually heard that.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if you were getting slimed on Slime Time Live back in the 90s with Nickelodeon. That's kind of how it feels.
Nickelodeon actually got sued for that because that slime was acidic for one of the boys.
Ooh.
His face was burnt off. Next question comes from JS Couture again. Why and when did the Krorks devolve into the Orcs? So check out our 40 facts on the Krork. It's called The Big Party, and the reason why is Orcs are Orcs. No, I go in depth as to why. It has to do with their biology, and it has to do with their natural like affinity towards certain specialities within the Orc culture. But yeah,
it's funny how it's like an Orc culture. And like orcs are fungus, and you have like cultures of like in petri dishes and stuff.
Yep.
The more you know.
They're actually they're I don't think they're straight up fungus. I think they're something called a lichen.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm starting to liken that idea.
Yeah.
This one's by Careless Giver 9568. Could Bridget get any better?
That's a good question. I don't know, like, she ages like fine wine, so maybe. Performance-wise, I don't know.
She's hit the golden years.
For us, but maybe, like we were talking about, maybe that's the next elevation in human belief.
Let's just say if she gets any better, the birth of Slanesh will happen.
Yeah. We don't want that to happen. This question comes from Mutilated Artist. Who's the biggest simp in 40K? Gilliman.
No, because I mean...
He could have killed the Eldar. Like, that is his goal. And he's like, no, they resurrected me.
Erected me.
Even though it was, like, Belisarius' call, too, so...
I mean, he did create the armor that brought him.
So...
They just needed a god to actually, like...
Rejuvenate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I was probably going to say, like, Los Pordioseros de San Luis, a.k.a. Miguelito.
Miguelito for sure is a simp.
That's a sentence I wish I never heard.
Next question comes from Daniel Del Toledo. If I have some old Chaos Marine Terminators, Raptors, and characters, could I convert them to Imperium Space Marines? Yeah. You should check out if you're into conversions, you should check out Pete the Wargamer. He does awesome conversions, really quick and simple conversions. So yeah. Now, I don't think those are metal.
If it's metal, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tough, man.
Right. But you gotta, like, cut off all the spiky bits and shave off all the iconography. It seems like it's a daunting task.
And at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, you could proxy.
Unless you're going to, like, tournaments and stuff like that.
But if you're just starting and you're trying to go to tournaments, wow.
I mean, you could. I mean, that's one way of learning, right? Just jump into the deep end. This one's by Damned Legion. What's the cheapest starter set for a beginner?
It used to be the No Fear for $80. It was really, really good price because you get 2 armies and you get, like, the price was ridiculous if you actually bought them separately.
Yeah.
But like I said, I tried buying it, couldn't get it. So we'll see what happens.
Right. I guess now would be the 9th edition kit.
For 200?
Is it called starter? I don't know.
For 200, right? Supposedly?
Yeah. Supposedly that's what the price range is going to be, 200. But I'm pretty sure by the time this video goes out, we'd already know.
Yeah.
But still, like, whatever the price is, I'm pretty sure it's way better than buying them separately, like, if you wait.
Yeah.
Because, like, the freaking rule book is like $50. So, like, already subtract that from the price. But, I mean, you do get the core rules for free, so take that how you will.
Yeah. This next question comes from the big one. If you find out your girl smashed the homies, should you get a DNA test on your kids? You should get your DNA test on your kids whether she smashed the homies or she didn't. Because you wouldn't know.
I mean, yeah. But it's like, they're your homies, though. Like,
Nope, not paying for a life that's not mine. I'm over here trying to live forever. I can't afford 40K and a kid.
That's true. Yeah, because if you're Belisarius Call, and, like, you're busy creating Primaris Marines, and your girl, like, smashes with all the AdMech. It's like,
Primarchs.
Yeah, all the Primarchs, hey, if you want to,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, follow life the way you want to live it.
Which means get a paternity test.
Go on Maury.
Yeah.
Is Maury still out? Like, is that still a thing?
I would assume he's dead.
Maury, was it Povovich?
Either I don't remember if he's dead or the Wheel of Fortune guy's dead.
I think they're both alive. I think that would have been, like, huge news.
I know, but that's not news that we hear.
I feel like it would. Like, oh, did you hear this dude pass? Because, like, Jerry Springer's still alive.
Yeah, but Jerry Springer was like a thing when we were younger.
So was Maury.
No, because that came on when we were in TV, or when we were in the TV, when we were in school. You know, like how kids used to go to school, like an actual physical school. That's not a thing anymore. Isn't that crazy? Corona really messed everything up. Like, we will never be going,
there is no back to normal.
Yeah, like I was thinking about this the other day because sometimes we wear jackets for the majority of the year. We have like 2 months that we don't wear jackets when we go outside, and it always feels weird. And I feel like that is what Corona is now. I feel like going somewhere and seeing people is like weird. It's like, should we be doing this? Like, where's your jacket?
Where's your mask?
Well, they always have to wear masks. We are not Florida.
Or Texas.
Or Texas, where people are getting mad because they have to wear masks.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, it's a slight discomfort.
It is very discomforting.
But I mean, what's the alternative? Almost dying or dying?
Yeah, you know what really grinds my gears, though, is that nobody says anything to the people that wear their masks right here.
Oh.
So it's like you're still breathing out your nose.
Yeah, that gets me.
If you sneeze, that's going everywhere.
So at work, I hate it when people, they have their masks. That's good. They come up to you for help, and they pull their mask down to speak.
Defeats the purpose.
It's like, that's the whole point.
What I have been seeing lately is the people that wear the masks.
Face shields?
Yeah, so you have the mask and then the face shield. So maybe they should do that. They should pass that out to any employee. It is annoying, though, to have a server try to talk to you through the mask. It's like, I can barely understand you, like, without the mask.
Yeah.
Not with the mask, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel at work, because it's like, are you just saying because you can't understand me with the mask? Hopefully.
Give it up.
Yeah. It's like, why am I even here?
Yeah. Well, kiosks are a thing of the future.
Mm-hmm. We should be like Japan and just have vending machines that, like, you need underwear? Boom.
Yeah, I don't know why I would buy like underwear from a vending machine. I think like that's an Amazon thing. It's not like your ass is gonna get smaller or bigger. Like, once you hit 21, your lower half is your lower half.
Your lower half.
Right?
I mean, I would hope so, but I don't think that's the case.
Because those pills that they sell you online, I don't think are gonna work.
What, Cialis?
Well, they say they're gonna make my bigger, so I don't think they would.
My body is what it is at 25.
Exactly.
No matter what pills I take.
And those are the questions for today. Another odd for the greater wall.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Wear your masks.
Maybe, or don't. It's up to you.
Yeah.
We're just two guys on the internet. It's Gershwin.
It's Hound Alchemist out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.